your joke?
You put me on the spot here. It's not like we planned this earlier.
You said it was stupid, but I want to hear it.
Here's my go-to joke. Do you have a go-to joke? I'll tell one if you tell one.
I don't have a go-to joke. No, I'd have to really rehearse it a couple times.
I'll go. What did the fish say when he ran into the wall?
I don't know.
Damn. Our producer.
I hate you.
Go ahead.
I'm just laughing because our producers over there laughing. Okay. Welcome back to the Fantasy Alpha Podcast. Week 3 recap, week 4 preview. Huge week here on the podcast because your boy is playing your boy. Alex versus Jack. Week 4 coming up. Super excited. I woke up feeling dangerous. I saw how your team played last week.
Excellent.
I saw how my team played last week, and I am excited. How are you doing?
Your team was 1-0 last week.
They were 1-0 last week.
That's your strategy.
You remembered my
You want
strategy.
to know every week. Yeah, you finally got a win, and I finally got a loss.
For the record, I'm 2-1. You're 2-1.
For the record, so your record is 2-1.
Yes. I am 2-1. Did you not look at the stats?
I'm
Did you not look at the standings?
for the
I
record.
will pull it
You're
up.
2-1.
For the record, I will pull it
I'm
up.
also 2-1. But can you read us off the standings?
Standings, yes. You are right now
How do you?
ahead of me.
Correct. Okay.
You
That's all
are.
we need.
You are in third. I am in fourth by points for or stupid little tiebreakers. But
That's all we needed.
I can't wait for this week.
I know.
How's your team doing? How did it do?
Well, we didn't win. We already discussed that.
No, wait.
For the record, my
Wait.
record
Say it again.
has a loss now.
You won.
No, I lost.
You lost.
Yep. My first loss this season. You know why?
It's up so well.
Because
knowing
half
you
the
did.
league is injured.
Everyone has injuries. Got to power through it.
Gosh. Who's injured on your team?
I have, according to you, everyone on my team is questionable.
Just AJ Brown's hurt. So
I'm
that's
already-
all you have. I have Tua Tagovailoa's top receiver, Tyreek, who's just feeling the pain of this concussion, physically, emotionally, fantasy.
Did you talk to him?
I haven't talked to him yet. He's calling me later. But I did. I made the biggest fantasy move of the week, though. I picked up our boy Juan Hennings,
Juan Hennings.
but he was on my bench. Cooper Kupp also still out.
Shocker.
I only lost though by like 15 points.
Oh, but you did lose.
Dude, still have more points for than you.
Doesn't
We'll see what happens. It does matter. Before you say it doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
According
It
to our
doesn't
league
matter.
manager, who
I hate our league manager,
I know he's also
Mike DePasquale.
Jeez.
We'll shout him out. We have to have our.
We need to stop saying full names.
No,
We're gonna
we
track
need-
these people down.
I hope they do.
Where does he live again? The O Block, I think.
O Block.
Does he have a roommate or anything?
He has brother
Yeah,
Robert,
same last name.
aka Meat.
AKA me. All right, you
That's
talk about your
That's
team.
his name in my phone.
Now that you finally won a game.
Can I talk about my team? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually played our producer. I thought it was going to be an easy win because he's usually the easiest person to play every single
All
year.
right, he's not easy.
He's
I've tried. Never mind. Go ahead.
We
Just
know.
talk about your
He's over
Talk
shaking his
about
head. I agree.
talk about your team.
Well, scored 172 points.
Jeez,
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
72.
I
That's a
am
lot of
listening,
points. That's a
dude.
lot of points.
You're even talking into a microphone. I actually heard it.
172 to 154. Yeah, it's a great week, great bounce back. Told you we'd overcome the adversity. That was even despite CJ Stroud having a very poor game.
Season? Yeah.
No, just poor game. He had 9.8 points. So despite that, the rest of the team, run game, really, really good.
Yeah, Kyron Williams had like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 31 points. Montgomery had 21 points. But I think the biggest thing was my receiving core showed up. Mark Cooper, 27 points.
Browns stink.
My best player, Deontay Johnson,
That's terrible.
26 points.
It's just, I mean, literally last week you said it was your biggest mistake of the draft.
Oh, he was. He's
Now we're just
no. It was
here.
he was diamond in the rough. I knew there was a reason why I got him.
Unbelievable.
He's got to have faith.
Nope, you just
See, you can't take your players out after like one bad game.
Yeah, you wait for 2 bad games and then you have nobody else to play. So
Okay, but great game overall. But
how'd your defense though?
Travis Kelce sucked.
How'd your defense though? You're always high on your defense.
My defense didn't do too well.
Yeah,
But
probably.
the Bears are, even though the Bears are still 5th on defense,
fifth.
but they
ranked
did
defense.
not exceed their projections, which is kind of sad because they played Indy and
That was a low scoring game.
Anthony Richardson
Garbage.
couldn't throw. He's terrible.
Yeah, but go ahead. Talk about Kelce. What about him?
Kelsey's terrible.
Yeah, is he still,
Kelsey is absolutely awful.
is he still playing football?
Um,
No, he retired to be a show host. That's his brother.
Anyway, you know he's on ESPN Monday Night Football.
I know.
Lucky. But yeah, so that was my team. Want to talk about your team a little bit more?
Not really, because I didn't win, but
Who did really well for your team?
my boy Cole Kmet.
You didn't even know who he was about.
Yeah,
20
I
minutes
did. I
ago.
literally did. I drafted
I
him.
honestly wish we had like behind the scenes of us getting ready for this, like within, like, or at least like in the like half hour before we go live.
Yeah, 'cause it's impressive the
like,
amount of stuff
"Who's
that I
Cole
come up with.
Kmet?
Yeah,
Who's
the stuff that I
Cole
come up
Kmet?"
with in a half hour. Imagine if I prepared weekly.
Did you just admit to
At least
everyone
hourly.
that you?
I know. So
For the
everybody's
first,
impressed that this is mostly off the top of my head. So, all right, more about my team. I mean, we could just go into the studs because my studs included guys from my team.
Did you have anyone from my team?
Why would I have anybody from your team?
Because I was.
These three are
curious.
actually strictly from my team. We'll start off with Zach Moss, plays for the Cincinnati Bengals, who we don't want to talk about their team, but he played well. 12 carries, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions for 39 yards and 1 touchdown. Or no, why do I have a random
Reed right.
Reed?
Reed
I
right.
read left though. Cole Kmet, as I mentioned, Bears tight end. Since I don't have Evan Ingram, who refuses to play football this year.
Do you have his jersey yet?
Caleb Williams I don't have his jersey. Bud was going to order it for me.
Shout
Caleb
out,
Williams,
Bud.
though, it's Caleb Williams' favorite target. Guess how many targets he had? 11. Thanks for a good guess. 10 catches for 97 yards and 1 touchdown. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, my boy who's
Nice.
riding my bench hard, Juwan Jennings. Juwan, how do you say it actually? Jawan?
Jawan. Yeah,
You don't even know.
it's Jawan.
It's J-A-U-A-N.
It's Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings. 12 targets, 11 receptions, 175 yards.
It's a good boy.
3 touchdowns. A lot of good boys this year, especially on my team. So, yeah, my team is still showing up. I only lost by, again, 15 points. So,
But Jawan Jennings,
Having-
that was no value to me though.
What?
That was, or like to you, that Jawan Jennings pickup.
yeah, it
So-
also doesn't make any sense that this week is so many points he's projected. I always say guess. You're not going to guess because this is
No, but
apparently
you
a
did
one-person
about
conversation.
2 minutes ago. You did just say, "Guess what?" to something. You answered it. and that was
I know
really good.
because I know you
No,
don't
that
like
was really
the
good.
answer, which is no fun. But he's projected 6 points after scoring 43 points.
Who are they playing?
Why would you put me on the spot like that?
Well, you know.
I don't know. Go
Well,
ahead.
no,
Do your
you know after that type of week that if there's no one else on that offense available, they're just going to be doubling him the whole time.
I don't know. Hopefully somebody comes back. I just don't know how, even if you get injured, you'd be projected more points than 6 points after scoring 45 points.
Talk to the fantasy football analytic people.
NFL.com. Just kidding. They're our sponsor for this week. Go ahead. Who are your
No free
studs?
ads. Okay. My studs. My whole team.
Dude, you gotta chill out.
My
with
whole
your
team. Should I just name my whole
Can't
roster?
wait till I beat you this week and you're just bummed again. Good.
Should I just name my whole roster?
No, you can name your
I'll
studs
even
of the
name
week.
my bench players because they were really supportive.
You can name your studs of the week.
Except I do have what's his face, Ricky Pearsall, who was shot. So that was not really a stud.
Who did you write down for your studs?
I have a lot. Well, I'll start with the first 2 on my list are on my team. Kyron Williams again. I'll say it again. My running back, Kyron Williams.
What's his name?
Mine.
What's his name?
31 points, 89 rush yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions, 27 yards receiving, and receiving touchdown. Awesome. Deontay Johnson, wide receiver 1. Best wide
I cannot
receiver.
believe he's a stud for you.
He's so good.
That's crazy.
26.2 points on 8 catches, 122 yards.
Should we touch on the red rifle or?
Touchdown. Oh, I'll get to him. Rashee Rice, 29 points, 12 receptions, 110 yards and a touchdown for the Kansas City wideout. And I will go one more. I'm going to go with the rookie Malik Neighbors. He's
You're
like,
picking somebody from the Giants.
yes.
You
He's
would have crapped
top
on
5
that.
wide receiver in fantasy right now.
Well,
Did you know that?
nope. I
Do you want
didn't.
to know what his ranking is right now?
Go ahead.
He's the number one wide receiver in fantasy points.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they get their first win against the Brownies?
He had 28 points on 8
Sheesh.
catches, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think he had a couple rushes too. I'm pretty sure.
Daniel Jones. What a guy.
They're back. But those are my studs. Any disagreements? Probably not, because I named everyone that had over 25 points, and they were also
Did
on
your
my
research.
team.
What about Andy Dalton? You don't want to talk about him?
I'll talk about them.
Good.
Well, not in this segment.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Commercial
was-
break.
We
It's
were
gonna
in
be my
such
new
good
thing.
sync.
That's my new thing.
High
It's
five.
just porn.
We were
No.
in sync.
Leave it up. Should we go to our duds then? Do you want to start with the duds or I'll start with the duds?
Go for it. You're on a roll.
Kind of am. So I have 2 receivers. They play for the same team. They're both affected by Tua's 7th concussion. Mr. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. We haven't seen the Waddle dance once this year.
Because he hasn't scored.
My favorite animal is the penguin. You didn't even know that. We've best
Well,
friends
he's
since
He's waddling like a dolphin.
like a dolphin.
Yeah, because like
Dude, it looks like a penguin.
no, you need to. Yeah, but you know how like when the dolphin comes out of the,
They literally
ocean.
live in water.
I know, but if you ever see the dolphin come out of the ocean, they have like their flippers down like that.
Yeah, because they're
And
out
they
of
go like,
water.
I need someone to hold my mic so I can
Can you
do
clip that, producer?
it. Wait, I gotta do it. It's like it comes down there like. Ee!
All right, we're gonna carry on. You tell he really
I
doesn't
will look
waddle
it
like
up.
a penguin.
What?
I know what it looks like. He literally looks like a penguin.
He's not doing it because he's a penguin. He's doing it because he's a dolphin.
I don't get that. Or because his last name's Waddle. He's waddling.
It's a
like
waddle
penguin.
and because he's a dolphin.
It's actually a good question. That should make our clip that. Tyreek Hill, 5 targets, 3 receptions for 60 yards. Jalen Waddle like a penguin. 5 targets, 4 receptions, 26 yards. They're also out of quarterbacks. Skylar Thompson also hurt.
Do you
Chest
see?
injury.
Do you see the rumors? Speaking of our
I
team,
know.
about Russell Wilson.
Nobody was speaking of the Steelers. But yes, I've seen the rumors of Russell Wilson potentially getting traded. But I don't know.
Are you sure? Because you do all your research a half hour beforehand.
Dude, I literally listen to the news. T. Higgins, Bengals, got some problems. Joe Burrow, new haircut not helping. New hair color, though. I'm blonde. Would you believe that people say that I'm a strawberry redhead? Strawberry blonde, I guess, not strawberry redhead.
You have the personality for it.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it does.
How do you have a personality to be a strawberry?
I think also if you could grow a beard, it would probably come in red, so that makes sense. But we'll never know.
I can grow a beard. The world will never know. All right, T. Higgins, yeah. Joe Burrow, he's got to find a receiver to throw to besides Jamar Chase. 3 receptions for 39 yards. First game
Yikes.
back from injury, though. My source told me it was a hamstring injury. You're my source.
That's me.
Another dub. We have Sam Laporta. What are the Lions? How are they doing? 2-1?
Yeah, they're 2-1.
2 receptions for 36 yards. That's because St. Brown's getting all those targets. Also from my source. Last,
You're
but
welcome.
certainly least, if you actually watch any of our shorts online, he was our stardom of the week last week. Actually, he was Alex's stardom of the week last week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
I had
posted
full
the
faith.
meme.
I'll never do that again.
I posted the meme there, so I take half credit. Baker Mayfield, 25 for 33, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Denver, though, look like a different team.
It's a shame because 25 of 33, you would think that would have been good.
Yeah, but they lost by like 25, so
So he's a dud because they lost.
he's a dud because he had 8 fantasy points.
You could have said that.
Well, he's on my dud list.
I know, but
That's
you didn't say the 8 fantasy points. You said 25 of 33. I would think like, oh, that's pretty good.
That's a given.
Would you, if you were 25 of 33, would you have been happy with that?
Can I do my shout out?
You have a
Thanks.
shout
My
out.
shout out is to Bo Nix. He's my meme that's going off on YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube. We just got 200 new subscribers. Who you
Having a
can follow.
stroke? Need help?
Has 1 million views. It actually doesn't yet, but it will. Try to beat that shout out with your dud
I'm
list.
just
Go
making
ahead.
sure you don't have a stroke.
No, I'm good.
Sure.
Yep.
Need help?
Go ahead. I like that shirt. Where'd you get that?
Oh, you know, it's
on-
our new quarter zips from last week.
Where can you get that? Is fantasy.alpha
//
merch?
merch
Shout out.
store.
My cousin Caitlin Blanky. Go ahead, your dud
So-
list.
Douglas, Travis Kelce, 7 points. Sucks. I hate him. Calvin Ridley. Guess what team Calvin Ridley plays on?
He plays for the Titans. Their quarterback's Will Levis. He's famous for.
He does not
Something
play
with
for
that.
the Titans.
He plays for the Jaguars. Just kidding. Trevor Lawrence.
You still don't know. Yeah, 1.9 points. He has not eclipsed 4 receptions in a game so far this year. Just
I've never heard you say eclipse.
eclipsed. It's also a gum. Eclipse.
Go ahead.
Is that too big of a word for you?
No, it was just. Did you write that down? That seems like that was very like you're like I'm gonna say.
I
eclipse.
did.
I'm
I
gonna
did.
say
It
eclipse on
says
this
hasn't
podcast.
eclipsed 5 receptions
You're
in a
literally
game.
you asking AI for your stats. Mine are all handwritten, hand typed.
Yeah, I'm lazy like that.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're going defense. Usually I'm applauding defense, but I'm going for 2 defenses who did not eclipse 0 points.
Please don't say eclipse.
All right, well, you said segue the other week, and it was kind of annoying.
Yeah, because we segue from segment.
Okay, Cincinnati defense, -2 points, gave up 38 actual points, trash. Dallas defense, love it, -1 points. They have no run defense at all. They gave up like 270 rush yards to Baltimore, which I'm actually not too surprised by that. But yeah, garbage. Let's see, James Conner, garbage, 3.5 points. 17 yards, 1.9 yards per carry. That is not good. He never did that at Pitt. H2P. The last one, Mike Evans. Usually all reliable, but I guess if Baker Mayfield is
He's
not putting
definitely
up
old.
points- He is old.
I don't know
But he's
about
still
the
like
reliable
guaranteed 1,000 yards each year. 3.7 points, 2 receptions, 17 yards. Garbage. Agree or disagree?
It's a pretty good list.
Nice. Thank you.
You always go into the defenses though.
Well, well, they're on your team.
You don't have to. I know you're gonna
You
say
need
you
to
don't
do
have
kickers.
to.
Actually, you know what?
Why would we go to kickers?
I'm going to do like a honorary mention.
Go ahead.
Justin Tucker might get benched for me on my other team because he's missing way too many field goals.
You're literally picking up a kicker.
Yeah, I may get rid of Justin Tucker.
The only
thought
thing
would
I
have
ever
some-
pick up is a defense. Rest of my team stays put.
So if your kicker's on bye, you're just not going to get a kicker.
All right, I will pick up a kicker
That'd
for
be
1
so
week.
stupid.
They're not going to bench Justin Tucker.
No, I'm saying I'm going to bench Justin Tucker.
You're crazy.
Wait,
That's-
wait.
Best kicker ever in the league. You're going to bench him.
Standard is the standard. We're on a tight ship.
Didn't make any sense.
What?
Well, we'll say,
Actually,
but like, say you're looking for a tight end to pick up this week. Like, where would you go for that?
the waiver wire.
Nice segue.
So smart. Go ahead.
No, you got this one.
Can we keep going? Okay. Red Rifle. Andy Dalton.
I knew it was coming.
Yep. Against his old team, Cincinnati, this week.
Oh my gosh.
Cincinnati ranks 20th against quarterbacks fantasy wise. So I think that is a good pickup for anyone who's in dire need of a quarterback.
Dire need.
Dire need. Are these words like foreign to you or something?
No, I was literally agreeing with you.
No, you said it like
I literally said dire
No,
need.
you-
'Cause I would never
you
put Andy
scoffed
Dalton.
at it. Is that another word? Scoff.
I would never put Andy Dalton in a starting quarterback position on my team. I don't
with
care.
the way
if
he
he's-
played last
I
week.
don't care.
Carolina,
Dude,
he's
he,
on fire.
I'm so excited to see how he plays this week. If he can redo that, I'll be so
He
impressed.
helped Deontay Johnson get 26 points.
Yeah, that dude even goes backwards. I'm also impressed. Because how many points did he have the past 2 weeks
Who?
before this week?
Who?
Deontay Johnson.
Doesn't matter. It's in the
Pretty
past.
sure he was in your duds.
You know, you want to know my other waiver wire?
Go ahead.
Daniel Jones.
Jeez.
Yes. Is that a hot take? Probably.
Very hot.
But they're playing Dallas. Oh,
Who's on a revenge mission?
Dallas
Dude,
is 29th in quarterback defense in fantasy.
are you going to get on the train or are you going to get off the train? Now's the time.
What are you talking about? I'm talking if
You didn't
people
see Dak Prescott's thing?
if
You don't even
people
watch news.
if people would only look at matchups, it's all about matchups. And
So you're
Daniel
gonna-
Jones is playing the 3rd worst defense for fantasy quarterbacks. I think I'm going to take my chances with him.
So you're going to pick up one guy for 1 week and then drop him?
If I need a quarterback, if I need to get him off waivers. If there are definitely some people in our league who only took one quarterback, and if he got hurt, you need to pick someone up.
I don't think our league is a very good example. We have Matthew John Wisniewski in that league.
Shout
I said
out.
a full name that time.
Shout out.
Matthew Jones.
Two shout-outs. We usually only do one.
We did
That's
3.
okay.
Bud got in there again.
He'll always be in there.
Repeat offender. I mean,
Desert Demon.
repeat offender. All right. Who else?
Can I do one more?
Yeah, sure. We're literally here to talk about it.
It's defense.
This is literally, of course it is.
Dolphins defense
I feel like you're giving the hot takes this year.
against Tennessee. Tennessee is the worst
Wait,
offense.
what defense?
Dolphins defense.
Yeah.
They're against Tennessee. They have the worst offense. Number 32. There's 32 teams.
You
So
really
they're
counting out
trash.
the Cowboys though?
I'll take my chances with Daniel with how Dallas is playing right now. I will take my chances with Daniel Jones
Is
doing
it in
halfway
Dallas?
decent. What?
Is it in Dallas?
I don't know. Not sure.
I think that'd be important.
I honestly, it doesn't matter right now. They're getting
I
they
think
got
it
bull
matters.
rushed at home.
I think it matters.
Those
Michael
my waiver
Parsons.
wire pickups. Can you go, please? I want to hear your picks.
Well, I'd like to
You don't even have
go
any.
against
do
your
you?
picks. I have 2.
Ooh.
One
Juan,
is wide receiver 2
Juan Jennings.
for the Las Vegas Raiders. Shout out to future podcast listeners. We've talked about someone's getting married this year, and it's not Alex. But your boy's going to a bachelor party
No chance I'm getting
in a
married.
small town out west called Las Vegas. So we might be doing a podcast from across the land if that's okay with our producer. Send it.
Can't wait.
We'll be right by the we'll be in a cabana. One of us.
We should do it in the
use
pool.
shirtless. How are we gonna do it in the pool?
Find a way. Pool top bar.
We would be at the bar, not in the pool.
What we can have is set up at the walk up, the swim up bar.
Love putting you on the spot. It's so funny. All right.
You said, wait, you
anyways,
said one of us will be shirtless.
Las
and one will
Vegas
not?
Raiders. Yeah, you have to tune in November to find out. Wide receiver 2.
I hope it's you.
Las Vegas Raiders. Jacoby Myers. He had a great week last week. 9 targets, 7 receptions, 62 yards, and 6 points. Touchdown. I feel like people are guarding Devontae Adams. Also, Gardner Minshew. Your big mustache guy.
Love it.
He's playing consistently pretty well.
Consistently pretty well. That's really encouraging.
Sure is.
Yep.
At least Andy Dalton literally had 1 start, and you're all excited about him.
You can always trust a redhead.
Now, can you trust this next quarterback? I would say so, since he's been in the league for probably 20 years. Mr. Aaron Rodgers. You don't trust the Jets right now for how they're playing?
Do you really think Aaron Rodgers is on the waiver wire?
Yes.
There's no chance.
I guarantee.
There's
you
no
that.
in what, like a 6-team league?
I guarantee he's literally the 20th quarterback in the league right now.
It doesn't matter. It's still him. There's no way that he's not on a team.
I'm just saying. So he's a great waiver wire pick if he was on
This
the
is
waiver wire.
you're literally giving advice for like a 6-team league.
That's just not
That's
true.
so stupid.
That's not true.
Anyway, go ahead.
You're literally telling people to pick up Andy Dalton. that
He's
is
definitely
ridiculous.
he's on the waiver
had-
wire. There's no chance that
Dude, the
Aaron
fact
Rodgers
that
is on
you're
the waiver
trusting
wire.
the Panthers is ridiculous.
The fact that you think Aaron Rodgers is on the waiver wire.
I'm literally talking about the chance that Aaron Rodgers is on the waiver wire, and you're putting faith in a team that's been won how many games in the past 5 years?
Do you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. We're talking about
You're
usually the waiver
crazy.
wire. Usually the waiver wire is when you're desperate and there's someone you're just trying to scrape from the bottom.
You might be. I'm actually like strategizing long term.
I'm saying there's
You're picking
no
up one
way
guy
Aaron-
for a week.
I feel like most leagues, Aaron Rodgers is not.
I mean, we're not going to be able to answer this question as much as you want to talk about it. So let's just carry on.
So
Anyway, Aaron Rodgers thrown the ball 35 times in the past 2 games.
our producer is probably insulted right now.
Put my faith. Well, yeah, he drafted him
His
in the
starting
first round.
quarterback, and you think
drafted him in
his
the
starting
first round.
quarterback would be on a waiver wire? That's how
Go
garbage
ahead
you
and
think he's
talk. I'm literally
producing.
going to find in the 5 leagues that I'm in that he's on the waiver wire, and you have to put in 4 pieces of gum.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll peek
Go
Carol.
ahead.
I'll peek Carol that. You want me to do it?
Go introduce our next
Oh, I
segment.
thought you want me to get the gum.
Go introduce our next segment.
All right.
People were trying something new.
We're gonna just spice it up a little bit. Just a little comedic relief. Is that what you want to call it? Yeah.
Sure.
Just thinking the other day, this world's a scary place. You might make a wrong turn somewhere, maybe alone, maybe with a couple guys.
Jeez, I need to get back to talking.
May run into the wrong people.
You're
And,
losing.
you may have to get into a little scuffle, a little street fight.
You're losing our viewers.
And I just thought to myself, we're going on the show. We could talk about it a little bit. If you had 5 people that you could have in a street fight, who would it be?
Ah! He's the number one waiver wire pickup.
Dude, what league is that?
It's one of my old college leagues.
Your college is dumb. Where'd you go to college?
Doesn't matter. I
Dayton.
literally just roasted your entire point. So look who
For-
the second
for
one
one
is.
league.
Andy Dalton. That's sick. Mine's ahead of him. Smarter waiver wire
Your
pickup.
team,
Thank
your
you.
your league is
Go ahead.
dumb.
What were you saying? You
Anyway,
can go put that gum in anytime you want.
I won't a little bit. All right. Anyway,
I'll introduce the segment. So Alex had.
no, hold on. I was literally just talking about it the whole
ahead.
time. All right,
You're wrong. I'm so excited.
you're in a street fight. You have to choose 5 people. Who would it
Just-
be? But the criteria is you have to have some current NFL players. You have to have a few former, and then you can have a non-NFL player. You can have any combination of it.
You changed the rules on me.
Then just give me your 5.
I have my 5 NFL players, and then I have a lottery pick. All right, I guess I have one guy who's
You have
currently
no
playing.
non-NFL.
So I'll go first,
Go ahead.
and then you draft a guy, and then I'll draft a guy.
Will this be a street fight between our roster, and then
Sure, it can be.
we can do that? Oh, then we could put that up we'll put that up as a little poll, and see, we can put up your team or your group and my group and say who would win in a street fight. Let's do it.
That's what a lot
We'll
of
make-
people do on podcasts.
We'll make it happen. I'm
That's
just
what-
saying. I just thought of that now.
Wow.
Anyway, go ahead. Who's your first pick?
Should write that down before.
Who's your
I
first
forget
pick?
it. Before I
Shut
forget
up.
it, because it's
Shut
such a good idea.
Shut up.
My first pick is Mr. JJ Watt. Massive dude. Represents the light-colored folk like us. I guarantee there's nobody on your team. I'm just kidding. You already told me one of them. But that's my first round pick.
Okay. Mine's James Harrison. He's just a scary dude.
I literally gave you him before we even started.
Do
Do you know how tiny he is, though?
what?
He's still tiny.
What are you
He's a
talking?
small person.
You tell him
How
that.
tall is he?
It doesn't. I don't care.
I think it
I don't care if he
matters.
was 5'3" and he looked like that.
I think he's a short person.
He could still play.
Short and stout.
You see him at
Short and stout.
Do you see him at the at Steelers training camp? He looked like the actual players look like children compared to him. Like they were so tiny compared to. He is a massive human being.
I know he's a massive human being.
Anyway, that's my
I'm
first
not
round pick.
denying that.
Who's yours? Second one.
Well, no, you go too, don't you?
Oh, we're doing a snake draft.
I think that's.
Oh, I'm doing Brian Cushing then.
Nice.
Any linebacker, who takes steroids. 2,
So that's just.
Two
So we're not
headbutt-
going to test these people beforehand.
no chance. You think the
That
streets
feels
care?
illegal. That feels
The streets
illegal.
don't care.
The streets.
Crazy.
Alex knows a lot about the streets.
Yeah. Gibsonia. It's a rough town. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking Brian Cushing. Man took steroids. He headbutted a player that had a helmet on when he didn't have a helmet. He just kept at it. I mean, he's a psychopath. Go ahead. Number 2.
Got a guy who's great on the microphone, just like me, not you. Mr. Ryan Clark. The man just knows how to hurt people. He just goes straight for the head. Just launches himself. Second guy, he's never going to give up on the fight. Like, he's never going to know if the fight's over. Mr. Rob Gronkowski, because he's not the smartest guy. He's not got a lot going on up there, but he will just continue to fight. And I just love that about a man.
Didn't know you thought about men's qualities so much.
I could bring up the countless times.
You
we
said
talked
that
about
with a really
mustaches.
big smile on your face too.
The amount of times you brought up men and mustaches. We could
That's
run it back.
that's completely. Oh, we can definitely
How's
run that
that-
back. We could do a
how
whole
was that?
segment on mustaches.
Go ahead.
You know who also has a really good mustache?
See? And then you're going to yell at me for talking about men.
See, I'm a
Go
big
ahead.
country music fan for all you people out there. Riley Green has a great
This is
mustache.
a country music podcast.
That's right. Bud, Desert Demon, could attest to that. He thinks he has a nice mustache. Okay. Me, number 3. Everyone, if you don't know, go look up Brian Dawkins highlights.
I feel like it'd be good to pick people that people know.
Brian Dawkins was safety for the Broncos and the Eagles. He headhunted everyone.
In what year?
There every year out there. He literally just put people in the hospital all the time. So that'd be my next one, number 3.
Number 3 or number 4?
Is that number 3? No.
Oh, you could. You do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Oh my god.
ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Number 4, Mike Alstott. He was just an absolute wall of a human being. Best fullback ever. His highlight tape was also amazing. I could watch that like every day.
That's weird. You're gonna watch.
You definitely need a fullback in this fight.
You're gonna watch a video of a guy for every day.
Yeah.
All right.
Won't bat an eye.
Those are 4?
Yep. Go.
Are we giving our special guest now?
Yeah.
My dude, I mean, he's lost a couple fights in his life, but he's beaten like plenty of people in boxing matches. He's got a pretty good theme song too. Rocky Balboa.
Sick.
From West Philadelphia, born and raised. Just kidding. But he was from Philadelphia. That's my celebrity pick.
Love it.
Go ahead, who's yours?
Mine?
Yes, yours.
Mine is, so this guy, you need a little bit of speed. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be like, it's, if you're in a street fight, it's going to be like short distance probably. So it can be just a little nimble. And I've seen this guy.
Pretty confident it's going to be short distance.
He played on our men's softball team.
This guy is not even real. No one's going to know who this is.
It doesn't matter. Actually, they might eventually, because he's sitting on the couch right across from us right now. We might get a special guest appearance from our producer. No, listen, I've seen this man in the short distance. Now, he used to be a baseball player. And when we got into the softball league, I've never seen a man hit a ball, be so swift in the first like 20 feet of running and then pull his hamstring as much as he did. But I'm just going to guess that the street fight's going to be less than 60 feet. So I'm going to take my chances with this being a less than 60 feet street fight. We need a little swiftness in here. And also, this guy's been working out. He walked through my door today sideways. He could not fit his shoulders through. Did you see him? You did not see him walk through.
Anthony, I'm sorry.
His shoulders are so wide right now. I mean,
I wouldn't pick you for a street
he's an
fight.
absolute force. How could you not want that speed in brute force?
We were doing no
automatically
offense, Anthony. We were doing so well, and then this just went off the rails.
You had no clue. I'm taking him. I'm taking Antonina.
I will take, no offense, Rocky Balboa over Antonina.
I would never.
Most of the days.
All right, so we're gonna put that out there.
I guess so.
So yeah, that's our street fight segment.
Brought to you by. We'll get a sponsor someday. Someday we'll get a sponsor. All right, you want to close this out here? You want me to close this out?
Yeah, go ahead. I did last time.
You did do last time. Well, hey, thanks for all of our one listener. Shout out, Juliet. Thanks for listening. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't really know if that's actually true, but I like to say LinkedIn. TikTok. You can follow me. Like a lot of memes, great memes. Huge memes.
Get on X too.
Also on X. Alex is all over Twitter, posting random stats that some people interact with. Most don't. Catch us next week, though. Week 4. Let us know how you did. Talk to you next week.
Good night. I'm so winning.
I think that was our good, our best close.
You have another stroke? Do you need help?
Our best closing.